Next, we have the awards for the best plain English document in the public and NGO sector and the private sector. I'll now call upon both judge and major sponsor of the awards, Neil James, Executive Director of Plain English Foundation, Australia, to speak to us briefly, if he can speak at all after last night's netball match. And then he will announce the finalists and the winners. Come on up, Neil.
Thank you, Kevin. Netball, isn't that a North American fishing technique? 2010, of course, was the year the world got very excited about the latest technological eye device. Something that had text, something that was portable, something that was light, something that was handheld. But if the web and email are increasingly hogging the information highway, one invention still has an unrivalled track record in conveying information in an even lighter, even more portable and just as handheld format. I'm talking, of course, about the humble document. Tonight we honour authors who have taken that centuries-old genre and proven it will always have a place, no matter how our future becomes. And if the entries in 2010 are anything to go by, it looks like the public sector is leading the way. That doesn't mean, of course, that all government documents are a paragon of clarity, far from it. But the finalists tonight demonstrate that the best public sector documents in New Zealand are more than a match for the best documents being produced anywhere in the world. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the three finalists for the best plain English document, public and NGO sector. And they are ACC for handling cattle safely, I can tell you as a judge we got to read some great sexy topics. Child, Youth and Family for When We Visit, and Infratrain New Zealand for that instant classic, the Horizontal Directional Drilling Guide. Please give them all a round of applause. On behalf of my fellow judges, Ralph Brown and Howard Warner, I'd like to make a few comments about each of them, and I'm sure you can hardly wait given the topics. Our first finalist took on an extremely challenging task. After all, what exactly would a government bureaucrat know about handling cattle? Yet the authors of Handling Cattle Safely have understood their potentially sceptical audience well and written a conversational yet highly persuasive document. They take all the principles of plain English expression and do something very, very rare. Establish a persona, a personality that farmers will engage with as they absorb information. This is a document that literally will prevent injuries and even, I believe, save lives. Child, Youth and Family, When We Visit. Equally challenging was the task of their brochure, which was to convey the reasons for a child protection visit to a family home. This document communicates clear messages simply in a highly sensitive and potentially explosive situation. Infratrain New Zealand's Horizontal Directional Drilling Guide. Now, I have to admit, I don't know an awful lot about horizontal directional drilling, probably along with that North American fishing technique. But I found, I have to admit, it became a hell of a lot more interesting than I would have expected when I picked up this particular document. It breaks the text into accessible chunks, lays out each page with strong signposting and illustrations. It doesn't avoid technical language where that is necessary, but uses clear language, short sentences to explain technical concepts with absolute clarity. It's exactly what you want when you're drilling directionally. It will help its users to get the job done with maximum safety and efficiency. And the winner is, and if I can put in a little bit of a request for a couple of cymbals when we get to the drum roll, Mr. Drummer. Hasn't he been doing a good job over there? The winner of the Best Plain English Document Public Sector Award is ACC for handling cattle safely.
Would the ACC's cattle handling expert please come up? Oh, already here. I don't believe it. Are you the cattle handling expert? Times have changed.
Thank you very much. I'm not a farmer, but this brochure, when we put it together, we were really pleased and thought it was successful. So being here tonight to receive this award is absolutely fantastic. As you can imagine, communicating safety messages to farmers isn't the easiest job. So we made sure the brief was clear, and it's great comments from the judges actually. That's exactly what we wanted to achieve. It had to be a really strong message of farmer and talking to farmer. This is actually the third as part of a series of agriculture brochures that we updated, and as we got on, we got better and better. So as always, it's a team effort, so special thanks to Clemenger and to the writer Jim Francis for transforming the brief into this great reality, and also to ACC for providing such a great creative environment. Surprise, surprise. They allowed us to have a lot of fun there, and of course they gave a licence to use the title Cattle Handling Safety, No Bull Tips to Keep You Out of Trouble. Thanks,
Well done, ACC. We may get you to help us exit the crowd at the end of the evening. Okay, back to Neil.